Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to share with you 3 cards, and they're really the same card, just a stepped up version. So I'm going to show you how to go from a really simple card to kind of a middle card, and then adding a little bit more. So just stay with me and I'll show you what I'm talking about, okay? So the stamp set I'm using today is called Bistro Burger. Kind of a little fun set, kind of goes, I guess, in the guy set, because you got Happy Father's Day, you're kind of a big deal, here's to a great guy, time to celebrate, but you could use it for other people too, for children or for a female too. So, but anyway, this is what's considered one of the guy sets. So I'm going to set that aside. And then ink colors that I'll be using, I have Wild Wheat and Basic Gray. I'll be using the punch, modern oval punch, and just some scissors and some dimensionals. So we'll get started here. So like I said, I'm going to be making 3 cards with you. I'm just going to show you 3 different ways to do it. So I have 3 bases here. These are just white cardstock cut in half. So one of them I've already folded. Let's take these. I've already scored them, so we're just going to fold those in half, and then we'll set those aside. Let me do this one here. Okay. All right, so we have 3 card bases. And then my other pieces that I have here, I have 2 pieces of white cardstock, and their measurements are 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Yeah. Give me a second. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right measurements. I'm pretty sure. Okay. It is 3 1/2. So sorry. Okay. So these 2 pieces of cardstock are 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4. 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4 are these 2 pieces here. And then I have 2 pieces of Basic Gray that are 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so let's set that aside. So those are my pieces of cardstock. Let's get started with the first one. Okay, here's my first one. This is going to be just simple, very basic. If you're just getting started, you can make a card with just some ink and some paper and stamps. Just ink, paper, stamps. It's called SIP if you would do stamps, ink, paper, SIP. Okay? So let's take this burger. Let's open these up. We have a burger stamp. Again, my colors are Wild Wheat and Basic Gray. So I'm just going to take my burger stamp here. We're going to put this in the Wild Wheat. And remember, just tap, tap, tap. If you have ink all over the block, you're pressing way too hard in your ink pad. Okay, so I'm just going to press down in the center. No rocking, just press and lift up. And there's my burger. I'm going to grab my stamp that says, "You're kind of a big deal." And I'm doing that in the Basic Gray. And we're going to stamp that here. And straight back up, and there you go. This is just very basic, very simple card. It can work. All right, that's it. That's step 1. Now let's just take that up just a little bit. We're going to go up one more level. So I'm going to take my next card base, one of my white pieces and one of my Basic Gray, and I'm going to do the same thing again. Wild Wheat, tap, tap, tap. We're going to put the burger here. And we're going to stamp the "You're kind of a big deal." And if you want to do it straight, that's up to you. Let's see. Let's do a straight one instead of so it's not crooked or on an angle. All right, there we go. And I'm going to take that one and let's see. Do I have adhesive right? Oh, I do here. I have adhesive right here. Okay. We're going to put some adhesive. And let's take that and we're going to attach it on here onto the Basic Gray border. Okay. And we'll add some adhesive there. We're going to put that one on here. And let's get that as as best in the middle as we can. Okay. So there you go. That's one step up from where we were in the first one. All right, so that one's fine too. We'll do that. And then let's grab the third one. I have my card base, and I'm going to grab my white piece here. I'm going to stamp my burger. I just stamped that in the wrong color, so that happens too. I did not want to do my burger in that color. So we're going to flip this over. It happens. Let me clean off that stamp. All right, now let's go back to the wild wheat and get the color that we actually want for the burger. All right, wild wheat. There we go. Wild wheat. We're going to stamp our burger. All right, now this time I stamped a different stamp here. I did the, same one. I did You're Kind of a Big Deal, and I stamped that on a piece of white paper. And then I took the modern oval punch and punched that out, okay? So this one, instead of stamping directly on this paper, I'm popping this up a little bit. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And I grabbed this 2023-2025 in color jute trim. Okay, so it's all those in colors from last year. And it has the wild wheat here. So I'm just going to trim a piece of wild wheat. And I'm just folding it in half. I'm just going to fold it in half like this. Okay. Let's see, what's the top and the bottom here? Big deal. So let's go this way. Super sticky. All right. So I'm just sticking that on here. This is the back of it, and that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to take some of these dimensionals, little pop dots here. And let's put that on here. Oh, before we put that on, it's going to be easier to attach. Let's attach this one here, okay? That one just has the burger on it, with the burger and the color I didn't want on the back side. Let's attach this onto the basic gray mat here. Okay. And I'm going to attach this onto my card base. And we'll put that on here. All right, and now we're going to take off those little backings. All right, and let's put this on here. And there you go. So that's 3 cards there. All with the same design, just stepped up a little bit more. So this one's just stamps, ink, paper. Very simple, but we can start there. This one just has a little bit of a background to it, so it's a little bit more. This one now I used a punch and add a little bit jute trim. So those are the 3 I'm sharing with you now, but we could even go up one more. There are, for those of you who have a cut and emboss machine, and again, if you don't, you really want to add that to your collection. But there are, of course, dies that come with this, which are fabulous. Love the dies, okay? So here's dies where you could stamp that burger, and you can run that through the cut and emboss machine and cut out the burger, and the burger could be popped up. You could color in all these layers, the tomatoes and the onions and lettuce in there if you want to do that. There's all sorts of little extra things in here. You got a little jalapeno pepper. There's a knife here, a little fire. And that could be lots of fun to do that too. So that would even be another step here to make a more interesting card. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you 3 different ways that you could make the same design depending on how involved you want to be. So I hope that gives you some ideas to get yourself started, and go for it, have a good time, grab a stamp set and see how you could use the same stamp set and the same design and just step up just a little bit and enjoy. That's it. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.